This
It was
guy.
only a matter of time before you addressed this and took care of it. I'm like, really? So why do you say that? He goes, dude, I've been to all your facilities, I've been to your houses, and
I
you
guess.
address everything with the utmost detail and the utmost enthusiasm. The only thing that you lacked was really taking care of yourself. So it was only a matter of time before you got around to addressing that. And you know what? That's a pretty good point that he made. So thank you, Ben Carey, for pointing that out. And I think you're absolutely right. And
Yeah,
extremely focused. And we'll
that's
maintain that
cute.
focus for the rest of my life. Period.
Very good. All right, let's
Fierce.
get to the 10 questions. These are all fan-driven questions through all social media,
Yeah, I'm
Facebook,
looking. There's a
Twitter,
Viking bun.
Instagram, and
That's
the first
funny.
one, and the biggest one out of all of the streams is Brother Lynch.
I don't know. I see people
He
talking
announced
about
that
it.
he's
I'm
going to
pretty
be
sure we
going
have
on
to go
tour
through like a tutorial thing
coming in the
first.
spring. So people want to know the status of Brother Lynch. Is he going to do
Like
music
every
on
game has a
stage?
tutorial.
What's the
Oh
story?
yeah, I'm gonna have hat hair. I look pretty damn
Okay,
dope.
so with Brother Lynch,
Probably.
first of all, everybody has an
Porcupine.
assumption that, oh man,
Alright.
where's Lynch at? And why
There's
isn't he
there's
doing
one
new
called
music?
Emo P, but it's
For
not
clarity
loading in.
purposes, we did a 3-album deal with him,
Mm-hmm.
right? He
Because it
did all
doesn't
three
work
of
on
those
them.
albums, and then the deal was complete. So technically, he was free to
Could
go
you?
on and do what he wanted to do. Now, at the
There's a
end of those
mullet.
3 albums, he had a lot of different things going on in his
Oh, the
life,
mullet
which
actually
distracted
works on
him
them.
from music. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a matter of the fact that we didn't want to do more music. It was a matter of he had a lot of things in
Yeah.
life distracting him from being
Emo
able to
Pete.
do
Let's
music.
check out Emo
So
Pete.
now, a
Come
little
on,
bit of
show
time
me.
later, me and him reconnected, and we never really
Oh,
lost
that's
connection.
fucking
I talked to
funny.
Kevin quite a bit,
Look, it's
and
an emo hairstyle.
I then talked to him over the holiday, and I
I
said,
think so.
I said something, hey, happy holidays,
I remember
whatever, and
reading
then he
something
made a
about it,
couple of comments, and I hit him
but
back,
I don't
and
know
then we
100%.
connected just a few days later, and he said, I said, you know what, man, I got this tour
So
that I'm
I'm
putting
gonna
together.
go
It's all
Bob and
strange
Gogs.
music
There we go.
artists, and I said, man, wouldn't that be interesting? And then he's like, yeah, that'd be unbelievably interesting. And he's like, he was on deck from board one. You know what I mean? So I ended up presenting it to him and telling him how many dates it was, and he had to maneuver some things in his personal life, I think, in order to make this happen. But then he committed, and he's coming out and doing 68 shows in 74 days with us, right? And I know that there's not 68 on the website before you guys start hitting me up.
Hey, I
We're
accepted
adding
it.
the
How
rest
come it
of the
didn't
shows
change?
this week. I think there's over 60 though, so we're real close. And then, I had this idea because we were also in the process of wrapping up the
Hey,
new
it didn't change
collateral
how I
project. I
looked.
said, hey man, I'm going to send you a couple of things, man, and let me know what you think, and if you want to jump on them. And it was also kind of like
I
taking the
did.
temperature of where he was at. I sent them to him. He had them written that day, and I scheduled studio time the next day, and he knocked them out. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, Lynch might be coming back around to music.
Is it close to what he put out 3 years ago, or is it a departure?
No. It's definitely dope.
Is he still
However,
eating people?
no. Less like nuts, butts, and guts, and more gangster shit. Like more really along the lines of what he did earlier in his career is where I feel like he's leaning toward. And I know that was the whole idea behind Kevlar is to get back to that gangster shit that he really started his career out on.
Dope.
The more horrorcore esque type stuff was later in his career, and he did it very well. I mean, we gave him
Barbershop is just
videos and
not working
imagery
for
that
me, bro.
was really over the top, disgusting, and crazy, and insane, and all of that other stuff. But this is more. I think
There
his
we go.
new music is
Yeah,
going
I'll
to
take
lean more
that.
toward
Let's
like
go.
that gangster stuff that he did really early in his career. So I'm eager. I know that he turned these couple of songs in. He's asking me for some more production. He's talking to me about doing a new album. And if things continue and he gets all of the things within his personal life completely sorted out,
Damn, you can
I
like
would
triple
love
jump.
to be a part of Lynch's music and
That's
the
pretty
release
dope.
of content and the release of an album. But really, the ball's in his court, and it's really up to him to be able to go out there and execute, both from a performance standpoint while on tour. And 68 shows in 74 days is not easy to do. You have to be physically and mentally prepared for something like that. So that's going to be a test in and of itself. But I think once he gets through that test and he succeeds, the album structure and putting an album together is going to seem like a cakewalk. That's where my feeling is right now.
I'm going to go through the fans' questions, but I'm going to have follow-up questions to these as well because we're talking about touring, and I've also noticed that there's a lot of chatter from Australia. I know we were just there. Europe is a big one. Are we going to Europe?
We have some gentlemen that are working very hard on a tour for Europe. Unfortunately, a lot of those efforts fell a little bit short. And so to go over and do Europe and to be effective, we want to do
In
not
the
only
world
the
of
festivals,
Trove.
but we also
No,
need to
holy
do club
fuck.
dates.
Look at
Because
all
it's hard,
this.
like in the summertime when you go to Europe, you do a festival on a Friday or Saturday, and if you're lucky, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like that, and then you're off all the days until the next week. And then sometimes there's not really a major festival until that following week. So it's really hard to go over to Europe and only do festivals because there's too much downtime and it's too much of it just takes away from the ability to record music or to do other shows. And then when you try to do club dates attached to the festival dates, that doesn't really work because everybody's in festival mode, right? They're all going to the big ass festivals, so the club business kind of dies. So it's a tricky puzzle that we're trying to piece together. We have many offers on the table, and that is for this summer. Right now, I really think it's a 50-50 chance as to whether we'll make the trip or not. Do we want to go to Europe? Absolutely. Do we want to go over there and do as many shows as possible? Absolutely. Do we want to play every big festival that there is, from Peace and Love to Splash to Roskilde? All of that. Yes, we do want to do all of those things, but it also has to make a business sense. It has to make financial sense. We can't just go over there and end up in a negative or a deficit position because of our desire to go to Europe. You know what I mean? And tech doesn't like.
You have to look for an empty plot.
I know one time, man, I thought, hey, this is a great tour, and I put him in Monaco for like 4 days, and he's like, dude, I was miserable. I'm like, you're in Monaco.
I just found a
bro.
world
Like,
or whatever. It's like
nah, man,
looks like obsidian right here.
This 4 days off isn't me, man. And I'm like,
The
dude,
fuck are you following me for, asshole?
like, have you ever? I don't know if you've been to Monaco, but oh my god, what are you talking about? But that 4 days off drove him nuts, and so I realized that I don't want to put him in a bad mind frame, so I have to put together tours that make sense for him and for Europe and for us as a business, and that's been challenging. Now I'll tell you this: our business is growing over there. We continue to have more and more orders go over there. We also continue to have more of a presence because of the new digital form of media and Spotify and streaming and all of this. So our business is indeed growing.
I'm fighting stuff already, and the world getting
lit. Period of time, whether that's a year or 2 years,
I found some stuff already.
To go over there and tour on a pretty frequent basis.
Almost got jumped by like 3 skeletons.
Do we want to go? Absolutely. I'll go.
You're gonna join me?
They'll have us. It just has to make sense.
Sweet. Oh, I got the moons around me. I'm sick with it.
And
Are you?
It's been brought up that you follow a Japanese.
I'm in like some mine area.
This is from one of the fans. What exactly does that mean, and how does that apply?
Let me see. It says, "Slay the fungal king, slay the golden scarab."
Let me read these questions.
Skippy G,
Okay,
Robert.
so going
Where
back,
are you at?
I've always explained this in a very generic form,
Friends.
and I'll try to get a little bit more into it just so you guys have an understanding. There's a few things that I would ask everybody to look up.
I'm inviting you.
And I'll
Play
start
Trove
like
with
in the
me.
1800s Japan. There's a thing called Zaibatsu, which Zaibatsu was really.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Zaibatsu is really
Damn, you look
the
cool as fuck.
original conglomerates, and I believe there was 4 of them, if I'm not mistaken. And they were really the first
That fucks you up.
the first people to do complete vertical integration, which we talk a lot about here.
Who knew?
But in addition to that, they had vertical and horizontal integration. Okay, so they owned
Let's go in here. Come on.
which they did.
Let's
so,
explore.
I explained in the past, if a Japanese company needed to go get a loan, they go acquire.
How do you break shit?
Well, Zaibatsu and I'm trying to think of one. There's 4 of them, and one of the original ones that people would recognize because of the car company, it's Mitsubishi. So they were one of the first 4, right? And this is pre-World War II.
Look what I found here.
Zai is the Japanese name for money. The meaning behind Zai is money or wealth. Batsu is like a clique, or a clan. So Zaibatsu is a wealth and money, and then a clique or a clan. And really, what they did is they controlled
They told me
the
to
home
do some
service
crops.
side of
Find a
things.
crop
They
area. Did
controlled
you
the
find it?
banking side of things.
Come
They
over here.
controlled all of the business.
No,
So they had
come
a
here.
complete vertical and a horizontal way of doing business and
Mine
integrating
says,
those things together. Now,
find an empty plot and
that
claim
was
a
destroyed.
cornerstone by
Well,
pressing
actually,
square.
what
What's it?
was is
Where is that at?
post World War II, you know, after
No.
we bombed the hell out of them and Japanese surrendered, the Allied
Help me.
occupation then began.
How
Right?
did you get on an animal?
Then began. So whenever they did that, they actually went in and they seized all of the Zaibatsu's assets. So the money, all the families that were involved,
Oh.
and they went in and really just kind of dismantled it because they didn't see that. They seen it as too much of a monopoly,
Yeah, I'm on it.
right? So the thing that kind of evolved after, and keep in mind, we sent some of the most intelligent people over to Japan to help rebuild it after World War II. Some
It
of our
looks
best
different from
professors
yours.
and engineers and all these people. So you have a culture which was very motivated to win in a very large way, and then you have now this influence of all of this new intelligence and
Can you
all of
teach
this
me
new
where to
stuff
find
that
a
came
plot
into their
thing?
country in an attempt to rebuild them and to reestablish Japan and its people. And then what followed was something called Keretsu.
No,
And,
we're
and,
not.
and that's really post World War II. Keretsu is essentially the same thing as Zabatsu, but it's done in a little bit
This
different
thing right
way.
here?
So instead of controlling all of it, they're controlling a good portion or stocks in each of those different companies that help feed each other, right? And
Nice.
so Keretsu is something that they did where it made a lot of sense, and it still does today. I mean, it's still a part of what they do today, but again, it's about that vertical integration. It's about having a segment of banking and having a segment of all of these different ones. And some of the companies that come to mind that's in this world is like that people would recognize is like Nissan. They're one of them, one of those conglomerates, right? And so
1
the
second.
idea of actually doing
Press
this
to change return
integration
adventure
and
mode
having
O2 to
all
build
the things in
mode.
which you need as a company and all the branches, you having ownership in all of that is something that's important to my philosophy because I enjoy. Zabatsu was probably not the best for all of the people, but it was a brilliant way of doing things, in my opinion. And then post World War II, Keretsu is definitely is something that I admire as well, and I also practice. And and I think really the last Japanese philosophy that I would have you guys
Oh, we can move
look
them?
up
Nice.
is something called Kaizen. Kaizen is
Yeah, I gotta find
is,
another one and move mine for the
it's
mission.
really it's an interesting thing.
Hey, look,
It's
it's that
about,
cave we went
like,
in.
the betterment of all, right? It's about continuing.
Hey, what
to
shot me?
improve. And if you look at Kaizen, like the whole Japanese language is all done with symbols. Okay, so if you took Kai,
I want to see
and
some
you
cool
look at
stuff.
symbolism, right? So Kai is one of the way in which Kaizen is actually
Look where I am.
put into form of Japanese language.
Look
If
up.
you look at Kai, there's this I believe there's a mark that is for self.
I can throw my spear and use it as a chain. Look,
And then right next to
I'm gonna get up there.
is like your back to people.
Oops,
and
fucked up again.
chains, like somebody that's been recently
Oops,
chained.
fucked up again.
You know, like
Oops,
literally struck with a
Damn, that
chain
shit's
or
not high at
whatever,
all.
right? But it's like so you have yourself, and then you have
I keep
you have this
overshooting.
symbolism for a guy who just got his ass
No.
beat by chains, right? And then
No.
if you look at Zen,
It doesn't work right there.
that,
Oh, there we go.
that's a very
Look, I can grapple. Look.
very positive word.
Oh no, yeah.
It's like it's
Oh, you got a
positive
weapon.
thing. Zen is a very
Press
good
square
thing,
on it.
right? But the symbolism is Kaizen. You'll see
Right here.
the
Got it.
symbolism represents
Field chomper.
more than that.
Oh, you got a
represents
match for a
sacrifice.
weapon?
And I
That's
believe
funny.
one of them is like the sacrificial sheep is one of the.
How do I get back into the
symbolisms.
inventory? Do you remember?
And the fact that that is good. Okay, so
Okay, I can use
Kaizen
this.
is really about you being self-discipline, right? So that's you disciplining yourself.
Look, this is what I got just now from you.
Discipline any of you guys, but it's about
My weapon now.
And I practice self-discipline on a regular basis. That's why I can relate to something like Kaizen, because I really am trying to make sacrifices for the betterment of a lot of people around me. You understand what I'm saying? So if you self-discipline and you make sacrifice, but the overall picture is you making things better for your entire company or for the people around you. And some people that practice Kaizen, and I can relate it to yet another automotive maker, is like Kaizen is a very big thing within the culture of Toyota. And so it's interesting, and this is my long form, because people always say, what's that Japanese shit you be talking about? I'm trying to give you guys like a little bit of insight as to what some of that is. So the early stuff being Zaibatsu prior to World War II, Keiretsu after World War II, and then kind of a technique being Kaizen. So it's really interesting and intriguing to me. I live by it, and that's just one thing, is the Japanese culture.
You have a wealth of knowledge. Are you college educated?
Very, very little. I went down there, had a lot of fun, was doing entirely too much, came back, had a child at 19, and decided to go to work. So I'm probably more educated than a lot.
Yeah,
of
we got a
people
free
that
coin
have the degrees, just because
to unlock another class or
I
whatever.
continue to read, I continue to try to educate
I
myself.
like this.
And
I don't know.
to try to
I'm
be
just looking
around
at the
folks,
claim items in your
that are
inventory.
intelligent
Like you
as
can
well,
press
and
go to
that I can
options,
learn from.
go to
Every day
inventory.
is a day that I wake up and I learn
Search
something.
back.
I'm trying to learn some shit.
I gotta find another block of
Every day.
empty
So the
space
next fan
and
question,
move my house there.
business decision that you'd like to take.
So let's just kill while we go there.
Is there a business decision that you regret?
This is where my wife and probably my
Did anything?
lawyers would say, like, dude, what the fuck?
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, hey Bob. I would probably be much more violent toward the people that took advantage of us early on. That's the one.
Also, how are you taking advantage of?
People that did that did things in business and dealings, and there's early on there was J Core and a guy named Jay Ferris who ended up taking a lot of our money.
There we go. Use O3 to mount. Okay. Press L3, R3 on your map to find complete dungeon.
More violent than what I was.
Dungeon. Okay, let's go find a dungeon.
It's kind of the eye for an eye thing, A lot of people say, "Oh man, this dude, violence isn't the answer." Hey man, sometimes.
Hey asshole.
But that's just my opinion, right?
In
regards to other folks that have taken advantage and taken our money and taken really kind of taken our kindness for weakness.
Huh? Triple jumping.
Like sometimes
no, it's not. Follow me.
Put down a couple of more demos, and don't get it fucked up. We put down a lot of demos along the way, but there's a few individuals.
Just follow your map. You see the little bar on the top? Dungeons are the little building things. Oh, look at me. Look, I got the lunar power because it's nighttime.
Net result, right? And sometimes, but you get ass whooping, people say that, but you get ass whooping, you think differently. I really believe
there should be a dungeon here.
If their ass handed to them, they might think differently. Or if they realize
what the fuck is that up there?
Lead to my physical.
You want to kill that?
I think that might speak volumes.
What the fuck?
So again,
oh, he's coming after me.
Advocate violence. I don't use it. I don't rule by fear. But
oh, I killed it.
Talking about a regret in my past, back in like 2001, 2, 3, 4,
Where'd you
5,
go?
6. I wish that I would have fucked a few more people up along the way.
Teleport, I'm jumping up in the air. You can't triple jump?
Never do this in a way that was.
Try jumping? Like that?
Self-serving or
get off your horse.
Things outlandishly for no reason.
1, 2, 3.
I think about absolutely.
Oh, I got rockets.
And again, sorry.
What the fuck?
Sorry, Dawn. But at the end
you can fly?
I think it worked out fine.
Look at this.
We're okay.
If you hold X and forward in the air, you can fucking.
And some of those people, these two individuals in particular.
We have boats and shit. What the fuck?
A huge fucking cesspool of karma
Oh, I
right
can
now,
dive
and their
down.
lives are in shambles, both of them.
It's not flying, it's
And
diving.
you know, I have some people close to me that still keep
Okay,
up
let's
with
get
these
down here.
guys, and
Well, there's something
some of those
following you.
guys, like, they feel really bad for those individuals. Not me. I don't. I don't fucking feel bad for you. You're a fucking piece of shit as a human being. You've taken advantage of me and
Fuck
many
yeah.
other people, and now
Huh?
karma has crept up on you and is giving you
Oh, I
what
don't.
you deserve.
I didn't
So
know.
it's hard for me to be
Thank
sympathetic
you.
or to have any kind of sympathy for
I just saw
a
it.
person who has not lived righteously
And then my
and who
left
has done
button.
others a lot of harm.
Yeah.
So
My left
fuck them
button
to this
does
day.
this.
I stand by fuck both of them
Grappling
to this
hook.
day. I stand by that.
There's a
And I'm
box.
not a fucking fan of either one of these particular people. And
Come here.
you know, may they continue to have the type of luck and type
You
of
didn't grab the
financial
box?
distress that they're currently in.
There it is. All right, let's go to next fan question, but I think you know this person.
Nope, I already
Chris
took it.
Horvath?
Sorry.
Horvath, yeah.
Horvath. He goes, hey
That's
Travis,
crazy.
it's been about a dozen years or so since the FTI campaign was launched, and we created those videos.
No,
And after all this time, all the
no,
success
yep.
you've achieved as an independent,
Let me get this.
how's your
How do I do this?
feelings as far as towards the industry?
Yeah.
And has your perspective changed, and so how?
No, I still feel like fuck the industry. I still feel like that
Yeah.
today. I'll feel like that tomorrow, and probably for the rest of the time that I'm in the business. I'm not a fan of the way in which a lot of the industry works and how they handle
What do I
themselves.
have to do?
So how can
Hold,
I can't really change
hold,
my
press and
opinion.
hold down, then press
What
X on
I've
the
done,
weapon
though,
slot
instead of being
icon.
so vocal against them and doing nothing,
How do I do that?
complaining doesn't get you very far. I learned that. So instead of just continuing those campaigns and continuing to talk about it,
Weapon?
we went out and did something about it, and
Yeah.
success, man. Success is the number one combatant to the things in which you don't like. You know what I mean? So if we can go out and be as successful
I want this one.
as those majors that at one point controlled the
Apply
industry, look,
style.
man, so many things have changed. You're down to 3 majors now. You're down to
No, it's this one right here.
Sony and Warner
It's like a
Bros.
spear.
Like that's really that's it.
Oh, there's
That's all
different
it's
styles
so
and
back
shit,
when I
right?
said that, there was 6.
People don't understand that there's a lot of different record labels, but they're under the umbrella of just those
Yeah,
three.
exactly. Those 3 control all the major
Strange is not.
music. No, absolutely not. I mean, the interesting thing is I think that we have the potential to become one of the next majors, but we're going to do it in such a way that's not ridden with the bullshit that exists within those companies. You know what I'm saying? So
What
yeah,
it
that's not me
says,
bashing
press
them.
R and
It's
use
just
your
me
map to
taking
finally
certain portions
complete another
of their
dungeon and
business
gain treasure.
that I don't agree with and taking
I have to complete another
shit on
dungeon?
those. And the idea of them and the way but
Okay.
so many things have changed too. They used to completely control radio.
Yeah, this
Not
one.
anymore. There's independents out
There's
there
one
like
right
us
here.
that are having success at radio. Empire is having a ton of success at radio, and there's other independents out there that are doing great things at radio. So we're kind of like in the door at radio. You know what I mean? They fucked it up so bad along the
What's
way.
attacking
that,
you?
You know, terrestrial
Oh, it's one of
radio
those
had to
weird
adapt
things. Damn, you
and
killed
do
them
business with
fast.
others because they're disappearing and their budgets are disappearing and everything else. So now, you know, terrestrial radio does independent music as well, and that feels pretty good. I hope
The
that we're
fuck?
part of that transitional, forceful transitional period that has existed
What
over the last 15 years
hell?
or so. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, man, I still say I say fuck the industry in a way
Right here.
that means I still don't agree
Where you
with some of the
Get it back up here?
tactics and some of the ways in which the majors deal with
Yeah, it's
certain
definitely a different
portions
one.
of their business, and especially the artists. They're still not treating artists right. They're still going out and signing way more shit than they ever intend on putting out, stalling people's
Yeah, there's an
careers for
item.
many years, and not really doing the right thing. They're so concerned about market share
Where
that
the
they're
fuck is
signing
that?
up all of this stuff and then releasing a very, very small percentage.
We're going in water?
And think about all the people that are stuck
Is that an
because
enemy?
of this. It's not a cool thing.
With all that said, would you ever do
No.
a joint venture with a major label?
The only thing that makes sense for me at a major level would be
Where do we go now?
doing
Oh,
some
there it
kind of
is.
an agreement to where, let's say that
You want to
a
hit this
major
trader box?
wanted to come in and write us a check
Break it?
for maybe $1 million a point or something like that, right? That's a
I got a war
fair,
pick from that. Thank you.
fair assessment of where our business is today. So let's say someone comes in and writes us a $20 million
Okay,
check
return to the
for
hub.
20% of the company. still maintain
Just
complete
hold that.
control. We still maintain complete control of everything.
We're in the
do.
same hub.
What I would do is I would take a good percentage of that $20 million and I would go out there. And a lot of
Yeah,
people
I'm
are
in the
like, oh,
hub.
but you could then have their
We're
major,
probably not in the
major label
same.
radio teams and all of this.
And
If we
find the
do that
blue
deal, that
adapt
doesn't
portal.
mean that we're
Let's
going
go
to
to the
have
blue
access
portal.
to those radio teams. It doesn't mean that they're going to really allow us in. Man, those radio teams have plenty of shit to work within those major labels. So the idea
Power
of
rank
thinking we
60
could do an
requires
alignment or a
suggested
major
class level 4
label
to
type of
5.
deal, right? And then
What are we
actually
doing?
taking, hey, here's the song we believe in. Can you put your radio team on it? That's not realistic. That's not going to happen. But what can happen is I can take a good $5 million of that 20 that I just said, and I can go out and I can build my own radio team, which we already have a pretty solid radio team in rhythmic.
I don't know, I'm not there yet.
It's getting really good in urban, and we've done some. We've hit a couple little splashes in pop. And I could take and then go out there and really build the team that I think can be most effective at getting our songs on radio, right? And then when I drive those songs into the top 20, I'm not taking and delivering to my minority partners.
I got a jar
A song that I need them
for my
to
hat.
develop. But
Yeah,
I take these
for,
songs
it has
and I
critical
take them
damage
to
and
the
shit.
top 20 with my own team.
I don't know where you
They're
are.
gonna call me like, dude, the song.
Can I invite you?
Tech Nine song, man. I just seen it
I
in the
have to
top
invite
20.
you, I think. It's kind of annoying, huh?
You ready to go? I want them to call me and say, hey, we want to work that record. So if we can put together.
Sounds like you're killing a bunch of shit.
Some people say, hey, why don't you
I
just do
invited
that
you.
anyway? If I take that gamble with $5 million of our own money right now, it may have a negative effect on some individual.
I'm like a little cat thing.
That I don't want it to negatively affect. So I don't have the freedom of taking
I'm a
$5
sad
million
fox.
and throwing a fucking yo. You know, I can't play those craps odds. You know what I mean? So that's the thing where I think that a major could come in.
Okay, we gotta use my primary weapon.
To purchase a small
Hey, look at that guy's house over there. Okay, look at that guy's house. Has a bunch of colors.
You gotta be fucked up if you think I'm gonna answer to anybody.
You're gonna start building on it?
In this business, what you need to do, or what they would need to do, is realize that we
That's an ugly red roof.
to continue to get better, and with this,
mine's gonna be right here on the side.
And probably turn this into a much bigger.
I'm gonna upload mine right here.
With that, they get a gain in equity. Plus, they get what they ultimately want because will obviously be distributed to whoever writes that check. So we'll be able
we need to go collect more blocks.
to largely contribute to their market share.
We gotta collect more blocks
for their shareholder meetings and everything else, and we can kick some ass, build our own.
You gotta go collect some blocks.
20, have them calling, take those records into the top 5, and God forbid a number 1. I think everybody would win in a pretty big way. But that's really the only type of alignment that I can see anytime in the short term. That's really where my head's at. And I've thought about this a whole lot because I've had many of these majors reaching out to us, many of them, 2 of the 3 so far. You know, maybe there's something there, maybe there's not. At the end of the day, I'm still going to continue on my path. I'm not banking on any kind of an alignment with a major. But I refuse to be a part of the bullshit that I just told you that I don't care for. I'm not going to get stuck in your system on some bullshit. You guys want some market share and give me some cash so that I can go out there and build.
I'm going to go collect blocks before I fuck with it.
Regardless of your assistance or not.
You don't want to come with me?
Regardless of your radio team or not. And think about it, man. This fucking radio teams is like musical chairs. This guy's here, he's kicking ass.
Someone in our house where I really do.
Next thing you know, he's fucking gone.
I don't know, but let's break it down. Steal the blocks if we can.
Having that guy ultimately take one of our records, and then, you know, 8 months later, he's out of there, and he's across the street at the competition. Did we just do the wrong thing? That's why
this is where we came from.
Put it in their hands. All they can do is write me a check. And then let me
let's
take
get out
that
of here.
check and gamble with it a little bit, building that radio team and publicity team that I need to take records there and hold it by ourselves. That's what it's about. So that's the only alignment that I could see. I'm not going to work for a motherfucker. I'm not going to answer to somebody. I'm, you know, and if any of these guys that are interested in us see this and they, oh man, that guy seems kind of fucking, you know, narcissistic. Or I don't give a fuck. Then don't call me. I'm cool.
There it is.
I don't care.
Just like up ahead, getting some different colors,
these next couple
some
are
grays.
Will strange music expand into movies, into film?
I think most of the video department knows the answer to this question, but
Yeah, high level
I'm
spider
not
attacking me.
investing millions of dollars into a video department
Damn.
just for the idea of doing videos for the
Rank
rest of our
13,
lives, right?
rare face
Videos
item.
are the most
Got
important
some
thing
more
to us
loot.
right now, but yes, I do look
Where are you
forward to
at?
the time in which we can actually
Yeah,
do
I fought a
short
spider that
films
attacked me.
and later on do full length
I don't know where
films,
you are.
and equipment wise
Oh, there you
and
are. Hey.
soundstage wise and all of this. I mean, we continue to acquire more and more things on a
Okay.
daily, weekly, monthly basis. Um,
You just built the largest soundstage in the Midwest.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
I'm
did.
also
We
getting
did.
some of
And
those
it's
purple
really
items
good.
you're
As a matter
grabbing.
of fact, we just used it and shot a couple of videos this last
It
week.
gave me some of
And
this.
you know, we're
That's
also
red
going
down
to
there?
be
Or
leasing out
brown?
that
Brown.
soundstage to other
Brown and green.
companies that do productions as
There's some of
well,
this
in an
orange.
attempt to just make it make sense and make it financial sense. But
Yeah.
we also just ordered our
Oh.
upgrades for our red
Hey,
cams to go
no.
to some shit. I think it's
Why are you so
8K.
mean?
Is that right?
Steal all the
The new
white.
one's 8K.
Hey,
How
something
can we
attacking
do
me.
red? What's it called? It's called a red
Help me.
something. Red. What's the name of the new one? Who?
Got a new
Helium?
axe.
Red helium. Yeah.
I don't even
Ring
have
13.
4K TV yet.
Helium makes sense because this shit is high as fuck. I mean, it's a lot of money to do the upgrade. The upgrade, my ass, dude. It's like buying all new shit. It is buying all new shit, really. You trade this in, they send you helium, the new helium and body, and then you gotta buy all the new shit that goes with it. What a hustle, man. Red, I'm on to you. Yeah, I mean, I
Look
think
at my
that the
face
goal in the
mask.
future would be to do shorts, to go from
Have you gotten any
videos
items? You
to
don't even
short
have a hat
films,
on. What
and
the
then
hell?
to eventually be able to do our
Look at
own
me.
full
Look how
length
cool I
feature
look
film.
already.
I don't know
Hey, you can load your house
style
right
of
here
film that
too.
is yet, and we got
Here goes my
ideas.
house.
But and I also have a lot of people that are
Hey, look
very
at these
interested in
blocks.
doing it
Oh,
with us,
thanks.
writers and directors and that type of stuff. So I think that it's in
Hey,
our
you can load
future.
your
But
house
right
over
now,
there.
we're just continuing to
Right here.
accumulate the things
On
necessary
this
to
side
be
over
able to
there.
pull that off. You know.
Will strange music ever consider making a restaurant?
Nice.
You know, that's a funny question, man, because I've always wanted to own a restaurant. Years and years and years and years, I've wanted because I enjoy really nice restaurants and I have a lot of friends that own restaurants and mugs don't say shit. Anyway, I
No,
definitely
you have a lot of
love the
yellow.
idea of a restaurant. I also know that it's one of the absolute worst businesses to get into. There's more restaurant failures than any other business in the United States right now. So, and
I
I'm
don't know
not,
how you would have time to run it. I
well,
mean, you'd have to be pretty hands on.
I don't know, man.
Huh?
I probably, maybe that's a later in life thing.
I'm destroying
Would
my
I
house.
love to own a restaurant that has really nice
Mine.
stuff? You know, somewhere between like,
Can't destroy yours.
I think
You
it's
can
a
load yours
restaurant
like
in
across. Damn, look at that
Minneapolis that
guy's
I quite
house.
enjoy, and they're called Redstones.
Holy fuck.
That's the type of restaurant
He
that I
has a
would want.
fucking
It's kind of a
tower.
mixture. It's kind of an in between, like a Houston's and then
It
like a
looks like,
Capital Grill, like an in between of that.
yeah, it looks like
But just
one of those
really
little
good
kids
food,
fucking
really nice,
things where
beautiful
they go and play
interiors with
in.
stone and fireplaces and the smell of wood and I mean, but is it
Yeah,
realistic
they're
to think that
gray.
I'm going to get into that business anytime soon?
Yeah, they're gray
No, the
blocks.
risks are too great. Right, I need more time. And right now I've got 11 other companies that I prefer to focus on. And there's other business opportunities like hotels and things like that that make more sense than the restaurant business. So
So, a strange music hotel? Are you looking at that, or is that
it's
just something different?
it's really something different. It's an investment opportunity. I'd probably fall under one of the major management companies, whether it be like a Marriott or you know something under the Hilton properties. But you know that's a pretty good business. You know, building like these everything from Holiday Inn Express to you know to the Fairfield Inns to the Hampton Inns. Those are pretty good business models
Oh
if
shit.
you do the necessary due diligence on where you locate them. And so that's something that's an interesting investment for us later on. You're not going to see an individually branded Strange Music Hotel, but you might see little hints and signs of it within your local Hampton or Holiday Inn Express or whatever we do. There's got to be some kind of like little hidden marks in there, but
It'd be cool to have like an areola suite.
Dope.
Business. We got more business questions. Situation with Caribou Lou, bottling that and selling it.
You know, we were well on our way to doing that, and of course we hit a few obstacles. One of them being Caribou Coffee Company, which we ended up winning that deal. And then, you know, we were working with the
Huh?
guys that controlled Full Throttle, right? So Michael Ballard and
Yeah, no, I'm
Jesse Jones
building
Dupree.
them.
We were working with
You don't
them
get to do dungeons while I
and
build.
working with their distillery, and then they had the most unfortunate thing in the world happen.
I'm kidding.
Shortly after we
We
played
can
there
go
at
soon.
Sturgis,
Huh?
dude, that place burnt to the
Yeah, I
fucking
moved
ground.
over here real
Like the
quick so I
whole
can build it.
complex, everything. They lost it all.
Good?
So then there was this
Let's
huge refocus on what they needed to do and pick up the pieces, and I think that a lot of things got put on the back burner. And I'll take responsibility on my side because Jesse has reached out several times, and then he reached out at the absolute wrong time for me because I was overwhelmingly busy handling some other things that I needed to handle. But the idea of doing it absolutely is still there. Will we get to it soon? Yes.
Can I bring one more
Going
bottle
back
of
to
water?
going back to
The car was so long. The garlic bread
Zagatu,
is still
like I would love to be able to build the new complex over here, the new headquarters over on the next block. That's 26 months away from starting construction.
Okay.
And then take this facility that
Okay,
we're
I'll
sitting in
put the
right
other
now and turn it into
case
our
on
own
here, okay?
distillery so that we have full
I was sitting, I don't
control
want it too
over
much
the
sunlight
process
getting
and
plastic, you know?
quality
If not,
of
not
the
directly,
adult
if it's like
beverages
a
that we
still
choose
over,
to get
then you can
into.
sit on there every day.
Caribou Lou is
Later
just
on
one of
tonight,
them.
before
We're
you go to
doing
bed,
our
you
own
need to take out
rum,
a toilet
our
paper.
own gin,
Yeah, I'll give you
our
now.
own vodka.
Can I put
things
these here?
so that we don't have to
Hey,
taste is really crazy,
where did you
I
go?
discover stuff through her playlist
On
now
Spotify.
on Spotify.
Yeah.
Where did
So
you
I
go?
watch that playlist. I also listen to a lot of what they put on our channel, the
Okay.
Independent Grind channel, to try to find out like what's next, because
Okay,
so
fighting.
often they are correct on what is next. So
Is it the
I've
right
been
one?
listening
Yeah.
to the Independent Grind channel of ours, and then some of our artist playlists, Mackenzie's playlist especially, just because
It's more
how
like
her
our
and
own
her
little
friends
house.
do music discovery is
It's
so
like our own
intriguing to
little
me. Like,
house.
how in the hell do you guys know what's next so often? You know what I mean? Because she told me about Ed Sheeran before he was shit, and then look what happened to him. She told me about there's so many things.
She turned me on to Flume.
Flume,
way
yeah.
before.
She turned me on to Flume a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so there's so many things that they discover as teenagers that just intrigues the shit out of me, and it reminds me of the discovery process we went through back when I discovered Eazy-E and NWA, and I was like one of the first guys with that tape going around playing it for all my friends. I would drive to their houses, make them get in the car and listen to these tapes, So it's kind of the same thing, except they don't have to drive place to place with a cassette.
I see.
It's showing my age a little bit. Yeah, it's cool. I'm getting younger.
I see you now.
You started off strong with the playlist and discovery. You really did.
Then I went backwards with the cassette
You
tape.
kind of did. The strange music. All right, so obviously hip hop is the foundation for strange music. Recently you've talked about the pop segment that you're going into. One of the questions is, have you thought about other genres that you might go into, like metal?
Rock and metal has always been a big part of the label. I mean, there's been those influences throughout. And if you look at the whole idea that strange music was based around the idea of the Doors, and People Are Strange and Strange Days and all of that. So, and if you look at Tex songs with everybody from System of a Down to Corey Taylor, Slipknot to Jonathan Davis most recently, there's huge rock influences. And if you even look at what we did with Ross Robinson with Therapy, when we did the Therapy EP, and the ideas that we wanted to put together for Kibosh, they never really came to fruition, but that idea is not gone either. So we definitely, there's a lot of rock influence on the label. I would like to expand on it. I also realize that the business structure of rock music is not as prosperous and not as lucrative as hip hop and or pop, to be honest with you. So I think sometimes you have to do the things that make the best business sense first, and then you could explore the things that are more driven by your true desire and what you love. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, in hip hop, it's great because that's really a great true desire and love, and it makes great business sense. And I got to be honest with you, it's not outside of our thoughts and our ideas, man. I love popular music. Not all of it, but there's a lot of it that I really enjoy. I think it's great, and it's popular for a fucking reason. It's really great music that speaks to a large variety of people. Therefore, it becomes the most popular form. So there's a lot of pop music that I really enjoy, and it could be very lucrative, and we can prosper in that too. Rock, a lot of it I really enjoy, but not so much as prosperous. It's a much more difficult world to live in, and it goes in spurts too, right? So it went in spurts when I was growing up, and my brothers and sisters were playing nothing but AC/DC and Led Zeppelin, and they were on a roll, and then it kind of fizzled out, right? And then the resurgence of like the hair bands, and then the shit was on fire again, right? It went crazy, and then that fizzled out, right? And so it comes in. It's a pretty volatile genre of music, but we would like to participate. The only areas that I probably won't participate because I don't understand it as well is country music. It's not something that I listen to on a regular basis. A lot of people love country. Country is huge, but that would be really outside of that would be, again, to me, a little bit disingenuous for me to get into.
Shit just
that.
comes
Like
and
I said
attacks you.
earlier
What the
with
fuck?
weed, I think that's a disingenuous attempt, and if I got into country, it would strictly
Some
be
guy
for
just
country
keeps
music,
dying.
and
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know
revive
that
him
that
this
makes
time.
sense. It doesn't feel right. You understand what I'm saying? Hip hop feels right. Pop music feels right. Rock would feel right if we can find a way to make it work as a business. I'm not going to do I cussed way too much to own a gospel label, and I'm trying to reel that in. Sorry, reel
Good
that
job.
shit in. Hey, I'm working on it. I'm trying not to curse as much, man. I'm trying not to make I don't want my daughters to curse. I don't think young ladies should curse, and I've already, I think, screwed up Monica, my oldest. I think that, when she's not around me, I think she's a sailor of sorts. And Mackenzie, I can't afford for her to cuss because she'll come up with cuss words that we won't understand. And I don't want Travis to do it either, so I'm trying to reel that in. So I need to do a better job.
And that's our last fan question is about Mackenzie. But before I get to that, here coming up in just a minute, we're going to talk about music, new releases, and we're going to have the world premiere coming up right after this question. So,
Which is hilarious because
Oh, fucking asshole thing. Just keeps coming in and attacking me. Intruding.
It's funny, yeah.
yeah, let's go ahead. Are you afraid people stereotype
Asshole.
Mackenzie, baby girl, as a daddy's girl? And how do you motivate her as an artist?
First of all, I don't know that I give a fuck about people's opinions. And what I mean by that is I'll let her talent speak for itself. And that's just the reality of it. I've said before, and I've said it many times, and I'll say it, touch on it lightly, I make it more difficult for her than I do the other artist because I want to diffuse the idea of nepotism. But I gotta be honest with you, I'm fucking tired of talking about it. I don't know that I give a shit about people's opinions, and I really think that her talent will stand up, and you'll either love her or you won't. And I want everybody to have their own opinion. I'm not giving her special treatment. I'm not giving her anything that she doesn't deserve. As a matter of fact, I'm probably not giving her everything that she deserves.
This guy just keeps walking around me.
The thought of nepotism.
He might
But
need
I've
a friend.
also come to the realization lately that, again, I don't think I give a fuck about what your opinion is or what daddy's little girl and all that other shit.
Let me see what you got so far.
She's an intelligent little young lady.
Oh, look at
She's
you.
great at
You
what she
destroyed the
does. Her
crafting
new
table
music
too?
is even better than everything she's done to date. And I'm excited for her to
nice.
graduate high school and
Dude.
to take those trips
Damn,
to
this
Los
looks pretty
Angeles
glossy.
and to New York, and to start working with other producers and to start working with other writers and really develop
Wanna see mine?
and evolve into her own thing and her own artist. And guess what? That'll either stand up or it won't. I have a pretty good feeling that it's going to stand way the
Come here.
fuck up, and
Look at
she's
mine.
going to become a very, very
Yeah, over
important
here.
part of music. I really believe that because she has the desire. This is what she
Just
really
right here,
wants.
look.
Over and above everything else,
Yeah.
this
It's
is
my
what she
house.
wants to do. And
Yeah,
as much as I disagreed with it early on, I'm going to let her do what she does.
I'm still working on it.
So, yeah. If you think, hey, he's
Okay, time to go.
the comments, yeah, it's just because it's his daughter. Fuck you. I don't care about your fucking opinions, and don't fucking listen to it. I don't. Go on, carry on, motherfucker. Go listen to something else. I'm not tripping off you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there it is.
This guy's an
All right,
asshole.
let's talk new music. You've been on Instagram. The whole staff, by the way, is getting a huge kick out of your Instagram pop-ups.
Huh?
Where, hey, Trav's live. And I mean, there's like a staff text actually that's like, Trav's live. Trav, because we never know when it's going to happen. It's like, Trav's live. And you've been playing little snippets
Well,
of
he's just showing your stuff.
music, which I think is really cool. And it seems like that there is a lot of new music that's on its way out.
You know what? And this has been like an internal battle amongst a lot of the executives.
Trap him in a hole.
Everybody's like, oh God, we have all this.
You want to dig him into a hole?
Stuff, and we have to make sure
That'd be fun to do. I'm coming.
And I feel
Where
like
is he?
I'm stuck, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm fucking stuck in the mud.
Let's
right?
dig him up together
Because
into a
I've got
big
all
ass
this
fucking
music,
hole he
I've got
can't
all
get
these
out from.
things that I want people to hear, and
Come on, bro.
we're so
Get in there.
fucking concerned about the setup of every single thing that we do that the music gets delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. Dude, Above Waves has been signed for over 2 fucking years, and we haven't released a song.
Trust me, I get it.
It's making me crazy. So I'm finally on some, no offense to anybody that works here, but kind of on some fuck everybody stuff right now. And we're going to start putting
This little fucking
music
asshole
out. We're going
kid.
to start putting more videos out. And you know, really, the new industry is a
He
singles-driven
keeps
market
following me
anyway.
too.
Everything that has to do with streaming is all singles-driven again, right? The anticipation for a full album or a full body of work is kind of out the window. You know, so what the fuck are we holding these large bodies of work and every single song so close to us? Let's share it with the people. That's why we put this music together. This is supposed to be stuff that we share and we get out there and we let people experience and have their opinions on and either love it or hate it. Hopefully most of them love it, but some are gonna hate. That's okay. But the reality is, man, I just want to put out more
I locked him
content.
in.
So you're gonna see some stuff coming out from
Oh,
Above
he got
Wave.
out? How the fuck did he
Next
get
Friday,
out?
February 3rd. Their first
February
single
3rd.
and video.
And this is a song that really, you know, I reluctantly call it their first single, as you just mentioned, because I love the
Asshole.
song, but the idea of their commercial single is actually two or three other songs that everybody's talking about. I don't care. I want people to hear what I hear. I listen to that song 1,000 times. Now let's let the rest of the world hear it, and let's start building these artists so I can give these guys over in social media, I can give them something to talk about.
Oh, he can teleport.
How the fuck are we going to do that if we don't ever release any music or any videos? You're not just going to get Fugitives and its video. You're going to start getting other songs sooner than later on Above Waves because I think people are going to absolutely fall in love with these guys. They're incredible. So
This
you're going
game's
to get
kind of
that.
boring, huh?
You're going to get more music. I actually just had a real in-depth conversation with Mackenzie 3 days ago, and I said, hey, you know all these songs that are just sitting here that you've done many months ago, like Rush and Running Again, and one of her favorites, which is Burn. And I'm like, listen, let's go in and let's finish each of those songs. And I said, here's what we're gonna do, little girl. We're gonna take and we're gonna drop 3 songs in
I
the next
locked
3
him like
months.
so far into
We're
the
not going to
fucking
be
ground.
necessarily
I had him
big
follow me.
singles. We just want to share music that we're enjoying. And I said, listen, by the
Oh,
time
that
you
was
get
the
in here, you
funnest
start
thing ever.
writing, you start recording more. Everything that's new to you is going to then become your
Yeah,
most
just
favorite
trolling.
thing or the most favorite thing that you've done. But don't forget about these songs that you did at the very beginning. Let's put them out there and let's share
Damn,
them
he's
with
in the
people,
ground in there.
so they can begin to hear like
I'm gonna
you
build
in
so
its most
fucking
raw
far
form,
up.
right? You in your most earliest infant stages of doing your own songs by yourself.
Well, he can
That's what all
teleport,
of those
cheating
songs
pit
are. That's what
bastard.
Burn is. That's so we're going to release those songs over the next 3 months. You're going to hear all of those as well. You're going to hear more Above Waves music.
Can we fight each other
You're going
at
to hear
least?
you're going to hear Cess Crew. You're going to hear Cess Crew today,
What,
which
you
oddly
crafted
enough
that?
features Mackenzie. And no, that's not because she's Daddy's little girl. It's because it's a fucking great song with very relevant content that exists that really pertains more to today,
Damn, look at that.
yesterday, and tomorrow than ever before because of the content within these verses and within this hook.
What the hell does that do?
The actual content of the song is important. That's why you're going to hear that song. And it features Mackenzie. Fuck, it's a great song.
Text
It's
I didn't
actually on
even know
iTunes
about.
Music right now and Spotify.
Okay.
If you want to download it, so
Alright.
that's pretty cool.
That
And
just went up, I guess?
yeah, it's up today.
Nice. We're putting out music.
I have to go do a dungeon.
There's a video, right?
There is a video. No, is there a video? No, it's actually
There's
just
video?
we're gonna put this up on YouTube. Okay, so
Okay.
let's get that out of the way. Yeah.
Oh, you get to like publish
I
it
get to
live.
actually
What are the purple
launch
blocks for?
Cess Crew's new song. Like what? Save changes? Okay, so this allows people to go to YouTube and actually hear this song right now. So there it is. So we just launched another Cess Crew song. I want to put
Yeah.
out more music.
Aren't you, what's
I
it
want
called?
people to hear what we're working
On your
on a
account?
more regular basis. I'm tired of holding shit. I'm tired of waiting for the most ideal situation
That's
with the
weird.
publicist and the most ideal situation with
How come my
media,
guy
and
is
the whole
purple
ideal
and
situation
not
with
pink?
radio,
My
and the
little
most
horse.
ideal- Fuck, you guys are gonna kill me. Like I'm trying to put out. That's why you see all these albums coming out this year. Last year I got stuck in that cycle of hold off, make it great, hold off, make it great. I only put out 5 albums last year. This year I have 13 albums on the schedule. I might fuck around and put out 14.
Do it.
You know, so
We had the discussion the other day off the record about the freshman class of strange music, as I like to call it.
Mhm.
You have JL, and I've heard a little bit of his stuff, and the unreleased stuff. It's incredible. Stevie Stone is in the studio every day. He knocked out like 5 songs the other day.
He did 5 songs in one day. I want to point that out. He wrote them all that night until like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then he actually went in and recorded all 5 the next day.
Oh, other songs are shit.
Shit. All 5 of those songs are dope. He's got a new song out. I'm gonna leak the title. It's called "Crushing," which is unbelievable. Like I think Scott Storch did the beat.
Fire.
I forget the dude that's on the hook, but he's dope as fuck. And then the song itself is just great. It's just a great song. And some of the other shit that he played me yesterday, I went through another 6 songs yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check Arc.
And
Yeah.
and